CNN reported what was published in the New York Times based on information leaked by someone at the Pentagon that Elon Musk will be present at a top secret briefing looking at a potential war with China. The accusations made against Musk by the media, and especially in this CNN clip you are about to see, are literally insane. I will also show you the responses from President Trump and Elon Musk. This is a big one. Also, not only are these district court judges around the country working to slow or prevent the Trump administration from implementing their agenda, but now they are threatening Trump with consequences if he does not apply with their orders. And Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said the quiet part out loud with regard to these activist plants. You are going to want to hear this. I'm Zach Costello.
There are those who believe that we are in real time living through an assault on the constitutional order. Do you believe that we are in a constitutional crisis right now?
Yes, our democracy is at risk because Donald Trump shows that he wishes to violate the laws in many, many different ways. The good news here is we did put 235 judges, progressive judges not under the control of Trump last year on the bench, and they are ruling against Trump time after time after time. And we hope that the appellate courts, when it gets up there in the Supreme Court, will uphold those rulings. They restored the money to NIH. They required that 8,000 federal employees have to come back. We're in over 100 lawsuits against them, and we are having a good deal of success. It's only at the lower court level right now.
Democracy at risk. First of all, we set up a constitutional republic to prevent ourselves from democracy. We want democracy at risk. Anyway, 235 progressive judges planted to ensure that Trump cannot dismantle the ideological bureaucracy that they have created for themselves. Every move that Trump has made, most of which is in fact popular amongst the American people. Dismantling and exposing USAID, securing the border, getting violent gang members out of our country, etc. These judges have filed injunctions against to stop unelected progressive activists planted by, as you just heard, the Democratic Party to prevent the elected president of the United States. Does that sound like an America that you want to live in? Not me. Okay, finally, CNN initially reported on what was published in the New York Times based on information leaked by someone in the Pentagon that Elon Musk will be present at a top secret briefing looking at a potential war with China. The accusations made against Elon Musk in this CNN clip, as I said, are absolutely insane. Listen to this. Then, as you'll see, Trump and Elon Musk are not happy about this.
Should this be concerning? Yes, absolutely. Elon Musk is trying to be the real-life Tony Stark, and we can see him coming a mile away. We don't trust Elon Musk. That's why the American people are up in arms in protests and in town halls in Republican districts across the country. They are pissed off based on what Donald Trump and Elon Musk are doing, firing tens of thousands of workers only for the courts to reverse the firing. This is absolutely a conflict of interest, but the Trump administration and Elon Musk, they don't care. Elon is trying to be the first trillionaire, and he wants to be an oligarch that not just controls American governments, he wants to control world governments. And Congressman Lawler is not going to criticize him because Elon Musk is a major donor to Congressman Lawler's re-election campaigns, and that's the problem. We don't have Republicans in Congress.
True, Congressman
yes,
Lawler?
it is very true.
He's a major donor to your campaigns?
Not directly.
I just want to make sure.
No, not directly to my campaign. He had a independent expenditure that he spent on dozens of congressional races.
Second biggest recipient of the money after Donald Trump.
We're devolving into this fetish, this cult, this hatred against Elon Musk. I don't know.
It's none of those things.
Yes, it is, though, because every single thing about Elon Musk has now resulted in people burning Teslas in major cities.
Hold on a second. This story is not about any of those things. This is actually a basic story about national security.
Right.
About whether or not someone who has the interest in for example, other contractors who have access to Pentagon dollars having access to special information that they don't have and keeping them out of their contracts. And he has business with a government that we have described.
Are not involved?
We have business. when our defense contractors get these big contracts, they cannot have other contracts with other foreign adversaries. That's a national security issue.
Yeah, understood. However, again, this is someone whose products, his innovations, right, are being used by the American military as we speak. This is someone who the government relied on to rescue 2 astronauts from space because no one else could do it. Maybe I'm the crazy one at the table, but I'm actually comfortable with someone who is incredibly effective at putting small objects and large objects into orbit over China.
Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable with potentially Elon Musk showing these plans or giving intelligence to
You're just
China?
making that
I'm
up.
not. I am not. I am saying that is why, as Abby was saying, hold on, Abby, this is why Abby was saying it's on a need-to-know basis. It's a need-to-know basis because only a handful of people have this information. Not only that, I was a former Justice Department official up until 2 months ago, and I had a security clearance. What I will tell you is I was. Can you let the woman at this table please finish?
You interrupted me. I was talking here. You interrupted me.
What I will tell you is that it is
she's allowed to talk.
The Pentagon, what is happening here, and everyone needs to be scared, is Pentagon officials are sounding the alarm. This doesn't just happen on its own. This has happened because career officials within the Pentagon are terrified, and they believe that there is a conflict of interest. That is why it is in the New York Times, because I am sure they took it to the senior-most people within the White House and within the Pentagon, and they didn't do anything about it. And when people asked me when I left the Justice Department, how do we know that there is something unethical happening here? And I said, it will be the career officials within the Justice Department who will sound the alarm if something happens.
Oh, yeah. It's those career officials that we should really trust. President Trump issued this statement on Truth Social, calling the concept for the story in the New York Times completely false, as they claimed that because Elon does business in China, he would spill the beans on any top secret information that he received. This is accusing Elon Musk, as you just heard from that CNN clip, of being a traitor and committing treason. A crazy accusation and based on anonymous sources within the Pentagon. Elon posted this on X, stating that he looks forward to the prosecutions of those at the Pentagon leaking maliciously false information to the New York Times. President Trump, along with Pete Hegseth, have stated that those leaking this type of information will be found and held accountable. Crazy stuff. Last thing, guys, if you watch this channel consistently and haven't subscribed yet, please do. God first, quick hitting commentary to keep you informed in the truth. I deliver to you in 5 to 10, maybe a little bit more minutes, what all of these other commentators take, I don't know, over an hour to spit out. All that filler, all that talk, all that commentary. I try to get straight to the point to keep you informed and in the truth. I appreciate all of you.